stay in his hotel. But one day I started to worry because he was Indian and he didn't like curry. What? An Indian person that doesn't like curry?
Okay, so I'm on the Royal Mile, in the middle of the Edinburgh Fringe, and we have picked up some performers.
Who are you calling evil? I'm the sheriff, of course, you fools! Nitwits, numbskulls, morons! I'll hang the lot of you! Stop it! Stop it! Cousin! Cousin! Cease that infernal caterwauling at once! I can't bear another moment already!
I had a friend and his name was Dale. He was straight, white and male, but he knew nothing at all about the sport called football. What? What? A man who's not always thinking about lager, football and the sultry looks of Angelina Jolie? What would the newspapers say? Because when you generalise,
there's nothing that Robin can't stand more than old Guy Gisborne and his terrible, terrible music. I tried to teach Robin how to sing once, it went terribly wrong.
It is the one thing on which Hood and I agree.
What else can I say but do you come to this wonderfully frightening show?
My next girlfriend was Carol Decker, lead singer of 80s rock group to Pow. Don't push too far, your dreams are china in your hand. The china is broken, Carol. Carol Decker said, give a little bit of heart and soul, give a little bit of love to grow. My heart is broken like the china I previously mentioned.
And I'm one of the reviewers for the Scotsman newspaper. So I've been going around for the last 2 weeks, seeing about 4 or 5 shows a day, writing reviews in the Scotsman, and I've seen all sorts of very, very strange things this year because I've been on it kind of, it's got much bigger than it has been before, and it's almost got too big for anybody to understand. And I think reviewers feel that as much as anybody else. The tricky thing from my point of view is that you see all sorts of things. You see people who are very professional, who know what they're doing, but who've done a show that doesn't work. Or you see people that have got incredibly good ideas, but really don't know how to put it all together. So it's quite tricky sometimes sort of making a judgment. And personally, I don't particularly like the star system, but you know, it seems it's here to stay. I've seen a man in a very small cupboard pretending to be Hitler, which was very realistic, but why he wanted to do it, I'm not entirely sure. I've seen a show at sea venues with a lot of very nice middle class girls kind of going mad, locking themselves in tubes, spewing fake blood and giving everybody peaches to eat, which, again, you know, good on them for trying. I've seen a couple of things that have been completely hopeless, and I've had a couple of really nice surprises. One of them was yesterday, and it was the Umbrella Birds WC, which is performed in the toilet to 8 people. Which sounds like a very silly idea until you think, if you're going to set a sketch show with an all-female cast somewhere, it's a very good idea to do it in a toilet because it gives you the chance to sort of bring about lots of little situations that begin and end very naturally because people are coming in and out of the loo. So it's all kind of realistic. It's brilliant, very good character comedy.
Anyway, didn't need it, but they made it anyway. They crushed the toilet with an ashtray. We didn't need it, but they made it anyway. And now it's possible to smoke a fag
while you do a poo. Didn't need to, but they made it anyway. Didn't need it, but they made it anyway. Didn't need it, but they made it anyway. Didn't need it, but they made it anyway. You know a ruler, it is straight, but they had to think and contemplate. Could they make it another way? Now you've got a ruler that is gay. Didn't need it, but they made it anyway. Didn't need it, but they made it anyway.
I saw a great thing the other day called My Filthy Hunt from a company in Wakefield, and it's very sort of ultra real, very working class theatre. All the actors perform their underpants. Again, it kind of sounds a bit odd, but I just thought it was brilliant. It really left me buzzing afterwards, and I noticed when I came out that every single member of the audience was talking about it as they left the building, which I think is also a very good sign that
who are you?
My name is Junior.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Nina. I came from Moscow.
My name's Natalia. Nice to meet you.
Waiting for you every day. We wait. We look and we turn up to the church at 3 o'clock, and every day it just rain and pour.
Oh.
Especially at 9:25 at the Smirnoff Underbelly Theatre, we are waiting there, doing a show for you to come. But you haven't appeared yet, and we have 2 weeks left to find you. So please if you want come to come watch our show, it is called The Skolka at the Underbelly 9:25, and we like to see you there.
Because in Moscow life is very difficult, yes. As a woman you don't get paid as much as the men, and the men they cheat on you, they drink a lot of vodka. And that's why we like the Scottish men.
Not every man in Russia, I suppose.
I like some Russian men, but there is just not so many for me.
I'd quite like to go abroad to the East. That's my mission in life.
To be perfectly honest with you, you need to come to watch the Skolka, and you find out why we want the husband.
Yes. It's all said in the show.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you get married. Okay. Hopefully. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful festival.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Wearing the face paint, wearing the stupid pants, play the silly Sims on the keyboard yet. It might not be big and clever, but it is great therapy. Thank you.
Okay, sometimes you're writing a review at 2 in the morning, you're a little bit tired. Please don't take every single word incredibly seriously, because it is done at a bit of a run and a jump. I mean, I do know what I'm talking about and I know what I'm seeing, but I don't necessarily express myself brilliantly at all times, so don't sit there analysing every word, for goodness sake. You know, take what you can from it and move on. And the other thing is that I think I really appreciate the fact that people try things at the Fringe and things don't always work out. And just because you say, well, this hasn't worked out, it doesn't mean that people shouldn't be making the effort and they shouldn't be trying and they shouldn't be perfecting their craft. And I think it's a great place to learn. I think if you're doing something that hasn't particularly come off, just get out there, go and see all the other things, go and see other things that haven't particularly worked, go and see other things that have worked brilliantly, and just learn what's out there and learn what's possible and learn what you can do and enjoy yourself.